I want to help you pay your bills. I want to speak to anybody that wants to start a business in the metaverse. I want to speak to anybody that wants to start their own business. I want to speak to anybody that accepts Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. So during the pandemic, a lot of small businesses went under due to the mandates where you had to stay at home and weren't allowed to go out in public unless you're an essential worker. Many small businesses faced bankruptcy and went out of business because of the pandemic, because of the mandates where you had to stay home. Once the mandates were lifted, our leader stated that he didn't want any more small businesses being formed. The IRS raised the EIN tax ID number price from $50 back in 2021 to $250, which is a 500% increase from what the price used to be during the pandemic. This supports the evidence of the president saying that he didn't want any more small businesses being formed after the pandemic was over. If you don't start your business now for $250 for your business EIN number, and it goes up another 500% within the next year or two, it's going to cost you $1,250 to get a business tax ID number called an EIN number. 2 years ago it was $50, now it's $250, a 500% increase. If it increases again by 500%, it's going to cost you $1,250 to pay for a tax ID number so that you can have a business entity. Would you rather pay $250 now or wait a year or two down the road and decide you want to start a business, but you can't start it because you can't afford to get a tax ID number at $1,250? Currently, you can start a business and have it up and running for under $500 through the process that I have on my website. If you start a business for $39 through the TLG Startup Plan, you get free $125 registered agents. The only other costs you'll face is the state processing fee and the cost of your tax ID number. Currently, the tax ID number costs $250. If you don't take action today and start your own business, you could be facing another increase for your tax ID number, and it could cost you $1,250. The government does not want any new small businesses being opened, and they raise the price to try to deter people from starting their own business. If you can imagine, if the demand for small businesses goes up and people start forming businesses today, the IRS would try to deter people from starting a business by raising the price for the tax ID number. That's going to take out over half the people that want to start a business. The whole purpose of starting a business is to become independent and save money, but if they price it out of you being able to start a business, then they won. It's time for you to win. It's time to start a business today before it gets out of reach for the normal individual. So our president and the IRS hired 75,000 new IRS agents and trained them up so that they could be ready to start collecting taxes in 2023. If you don't pay your taxes at the end of the year in the past, they would just roll over and you would owe the debt. With us in our country currently being in a recession, the way that they're going to get their income is by forcing you to pay your taxes, or you're going to face penalties from the new laws that were enacted January 1st, 2023. If you don't have a business entity to protect you and your tax liability with writing off your expenses as outlined by the IRS tax code, you could be facing a tax bill of $10,000 to $20,000 from income from your gigs, your 1099s, and all the other expenses that you're not having the ability to write off because you're not a business entity. If you do not start a business now, by the end of the year, you're going to be facing a bill that you cannot pay. Who's going to help you pay your bills? Start a business today with the TLG Startup Plan, a free 12-step program to get you into a business entity to protect your money. TLG is the cheapest place in the nation to start your own business. For $39, we can get you an LLC, a corporation, or a nonprofit through our partners at Northwest Agent. And just remember, I don't want your money.